Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra Bazak. So I'm not prepared for this, so please bear with me. Uh, Heartbreaking for the Muslims. I've tried to understand why some of the Muslims don't get it. What a terrible person Prophet Muhammad was. Sometimes they say that you can be betrayed in love and love is blind. So if you've ever been betrayed, you would understand what I'm about to tell you. Betrayed in love also. Or as a child, have you ever been loved by your parents and then one of the parents suddenly treats you like an adult and, stops all that smothering you with affection? All of a sudden you find out you've grown up and so you wonder, like, imagine these people wondering in Surah Azab ayat 53, right? He's shy. O you who have believed, do not enter the houses of the Prophet except when you are permitted for a meal without awaiting its readiness. Right? But when you are invited, then enter, and when you have eaten, disperse without seeking to remain for conversation. Indeed, that behavior was troubling the Prophet, and he is shy of dismissing you. But Allah is not shy of the truth. And you ask his wives for something, and when you ask his wives for something, ask them from behind a partition. Why this now? Well, this verse came down. You have to ask why it came down and when it came down, for what. When Prophet married Zainab bin Jahsh, that's when this ayat came down. So Umar saying that the parda thing, the hijab thing, the whole niqab thing is, well, so we are told. But right now, this Prophet is under our scope, right? So not Umar. And anyways, I don't think Umar could have been, well, if he was, then we'll, I don't blame Umar actually, I blame Prophet, first and foremost, right? So we have to see this. That is purer for your hearts and their hearts, and it is not for you to harm the Messenger of Allah or to marry his wives after him. Ever indeed that would be in the sight of Allah an enormity. So those of you who try to tell me that my love, no, my love may be true, but the principle or someone I love, let's say, like she herself told me that she has an occupation later on when I graduated. You see, spoils of war taking, this in Surah Fatayat. Then why is God repeating twice that you will get spoils of war, you will get spoils of war, more spoils of war? That's like hitting them. But, they were right. The Bedouin Arabs were right. That when you go, they're going for the spoils of war. You can see in the history and seep through. Okay, so whenever you tell someone, this person doesn't love you, you could be, how much you could get, no, this person loves me, right? They will get angry at you, they will get upset with you. No, please, I'm telling you the truth. If this person loved you, they will be with you in darkness. They will come to you, reach out to you immediately. No, this person loves me, but must be something. And there's, no, she was so great in college. So motherly, take me as your godmother. Oh, miss, if we were Christians, I would have, although it's not my choice, it's my parents' choice to make the godmother. So, there in the occupation, the person is so good. Sorry, I don't mean to attack my principal on this. But anyways, someone who doesn't love, they have their life. We have a life, private. Well, she didn't tell me at that time because it was her aim to get me graduate to have me graduate from St. Joseph's College. Principal बताओगी. आखिर आखिर. You see this girl, she had this really good, gifted hand reading, palm reading and all this. She told me that my love for her is 100% and hers is around 60 or 70%. She gave it to me in percentage and I was surprised because I didn't want to love anyone except that Allah would have me love them. So, you see, 60% people keep for themselves, like this person has kept. And here we are, here you are, you love them. The Ahle Kitab or polytheism, here you are. कितना बेवकूफ़ आप लोगों को बनाया है. अच्छा, दिल से खेला है, आपके हार्ट से खेला है, आपके जज्बातों से खेला है. अरे ज़ैनब, बर्बाद हुई ज़ैनब करबला आके, लेकिन कौन बर्बाद हुए हैं यथरिब में, मक्का में. किसके घर तोड़े गए, कौन मारा गया, कौन मैसेकर्ड हुआ कम्प्लीटली. हियर यू आर. तो देखें, आप शायद कहेंगे आप मुझे कुछ नहीं समझें. हियर यू आर, यू लव देम. तो फिर भी मैं चलूँगी. आज मैंने रियलाइज़ किया कि आप इनको चाहते हैं दिल से, ये लोग नहीं चाहते आपको. प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद और उनकी आल, ये अपने आप को चाहते हैं. नेम, फेम एंड फॉर्चून, that's what they were accumulating and wanted. Here you are, you love them. Right? कुरान है. आप आएंगे, मुझे मारेंगे इधर, दूसरे को भी चाहेंगे मारेंगे, बिकॉज बहुत दर्द भरी कहानी है, दर्दनाक. अच्छा, I'm talking in Urdu, sorry. I can't say this in English. Sorry. Here you are, you love them. अच्छा, आपको ये भी बताया गया है, you've been told that here you are, इधर आप हैं, लब्बैक है, and you love them, but they do not love you. And you believe in all scriptures. ये ऐसा आदमी, इसने ऐसे कैलकुलेटिंगली यूज़ किया है क्रिश्चियंस, जूस का स्क्रिप्चर, पॉलिथियस के गॉड्स, कि मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती हूँ. I cannot tell you, but slowly I have begun, but it's still not enough to show you. So if you are in love with this person and his family members, yeah, then it will be very, very difficult for me to show you, like it would be difficult if you've ever come to my, if you've ever known me, and if you've ever told me that the principal doesn't love you that much, Sarah, I would get upset with you, right? So, जैसे I realized that the Makkah nights were very, very good. You know, it's just in the beginning, Islam is being born, has just been born. So, when you're a baby, you know how your parents take care of you, your mother, and then when you grow up a little bit, maybe the father or someone doesn't like your growing up 11, around teen years, he starts to withdraw his affection and all that. कभी आपने note किया होगा? मैंने note किया because but not the mother, not my mother, but the father a little bit withdrawing his, affection and all this. तो आप कहेंगे, you will say that, oh, that's because I'm growing up and they want me to stay. But for the mother, sometimes you're always that child that she gives her affection to when you were a baby even, right? Mothers are like that. Sometimes even fathers can be like that. I don't want to generalize. So, you see, in Makkan times, taking what Dr. David Wood, Dr. J, and all Al-Fadi told us, in the beginning, it's like, very nice, be nice with them, and then give them a bamboo. Threats and all this. Now, when he got married to Zainab bin Josh, what happened? So, okay, before we go back to that Surah Azab ayat 53. Here, but when alone they bite their fingertips in rage. Do you think all Christians and Jews do this? Say, O Prophet, it is for all times, isn't it? Or is this just mehdud, limited to that time? Say, O Prophet, may you die of your rage. So this kind of contradictions we have. This book is for all ages, but then there are some things which we have to read as in context, and it's for that time, we are told. Very confusing. Well, you won't believe me, right? I've come here, and I'm surely going to get some hard hits from some Muslims who think that Prophet Muhammad loved them. Now you're told that he's not even your father. Oh yes, but he's nearer to the believers than their own selves. But he's the father of no one. But he's made his wives using Allah, I gather now, in conclusion. So I have to, as I'm hitting you with this truth, because I will give you the truth. So many years I couldn't see who truly loved me and who hypocritically said that they loved me, but for their convenience they would leave. And I dug a grave for myself, also telling someone that when it's convenient for you, you can leave me. Because you see, love doesn't demand anything from another. You love unconditionally them. You don't. Love itself doesn't need anything for itself. So that's why now I understand, but God help me. Sometimes I will forget. So please don't hold it against me. I'm in this kind of condition. That I'm being a hypocrite or something. But now I understand today, it's dawned on me. Another thing, that he may have showed you that he loves you. But if you love Allah, follow him, Allah will love you and forgive you your sins. That ayat also. And here you are, you love them, but what's the last part here? Look at this. May you die of your rage. Because you hate because they hate you, you love them, they hate you, this is what it's showing. And now curse, may you die is like a curse, cursing someone. May they die of their rage. We believe, but when alone they bite their fingertips in rage, say, O Prophet, may you die of your rage. Surely Allah knows best what is hidden in the heart. Now the reason why they hate you anyways, Allah was going to another look. Allah, because you'll say, because what is that ayat where Allah will remove the rancor of the hearts, rancor in the hearts of the believers, and will satisfy your hearts, because you want revenge, or it's revenge, but it's said justice will come to you. Rancor from the hearts of the believers. Okay, I haven't put remove from the hearts of the believers. So now I know another reason why you would be coming here telling me, getting angry at me. Do not put any rancor in the hearts toward the faithful. Our Lord, you are indeed most kind and merciful. This is a prayer, Quranic revelation. Ayat, Surah 59, Ayat 10, removing hatred from the heart. Here it says to remove the hatred from the hearts of the believers. Then there's said that Allah, in Surah Tawbah, Allah will remove excuse me. And we remove whatever rancor may be in their hearts. Reverse flow. And remove whatever rancor. Wait a minute. You see? So here you're told, I think it's in Surah Tawbah. Not sure. Searching. Here it's the fury from their hearts. Why are you in fury? Infuriated. God redeems whomever He wills. Here it is. And remove the anger of their hearts and accept repentance, Allah. And accepts repentance, Allah, of whom He wills. Right? So this is Surah Tawbah 15. Just bear with me here. I haven't searched out all the ayats. And I could very quickly forget if I keep talking. That's Quran.com. Please don't get angry at me, but I know you might be upset with me. Now what is this? The Noble Quran. Okay, Quran.com. Oh, okay. It's slow. See, why are you taking anger out on the people who are telling you the truth? Because why can't you take it? If you can't take it, then don't go there. You think you have to defend Prophet Muhammad? Is Prophet Muhammad helpless? God cannot defend him? And remove the fury in their hearts, and Allah turns in forgiveness to whom He wills. So what has happened here? Previous ayat. Fight them and Allah will punish them by your hands. You see, this is what you are told. Are Allah's hands tied? Like we're told the Jews say. I wonder if the Jews ever say that. Fight them and Allah will punish them by your hands. Allah will punish them by your hands? Allah needs you. Moreover, they'll be in the fire of hell. You have no regard for them. Either be punishment, or there be punishment. I mean, what kind of a crime have they done which is unforgivable? The only unforgivable crime is taking partners with Allah, associating partners with Allah, and calling on others than Allah. You're Allah. Now, they evicted you, they expelled you. Now you've come back to Makkah, you've conquered Makkah, you conquered Yathrib, right? Baba, now when is the maafi? Okay, we forgive now. Although there are ayats to forgive and forgive and forgive, maybe in Surah Hujurat, where believers. But like this fury of yours is so much that you will never forgive them. I will never forgive the person who hurt the one I loved. You were so great, you worked hard. Yeah, so I had my reasons, not because I loved her, but because she was such a humble lady. What a humble lady. After college, graduation, what a humble lady. What a humble man. Prophet Muhammad. It grieves him to death. No, it grieves him. What is that ayat? Right? As if he's come. Oh, I've come for you. I've come for you. He's come for you? It grieves him. Only his grandson. Come, enter heaven. Raziyat al-Mardiya, Surah Fajr. It's only for his grandson and people who kill their sons, children in the battlefields, sacrificing. Okay, I've got this bad cough still. Sorry about this. He is ardently desirous of your welfare. देखो कैसे आपसे और दूसरों से भी क्या मजाक किया है. What joke, wicked joke has he played. It grieves him. He ardently desires. Muslims, stop this fighting. समझे? जो सच्चा, the one who loves truly gives his all and all. Sacrifices. आपको क्या पता? इसलिए कि आपने सच्ची मोहब्बत की है प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद से. अगर सच्ची मोहब्बत की है, आपका दिल कभी नहीं चाहेगा किसी को मारने के लिए, किसी को हार्म करने के लिए. आप इंजरी ले लेंगे. सच्ची मोहब्बत तो वो होती है. True love is like that. You will never harm others. Yes, to protect. You might die protecting your beloved. लेकिन आप देखें कि किस अगर उनकी लाइफ ख़तरे में है. Now, if we're talking about someone that okay, I betrayed you. I betrayed someone. I broke their heart. Then it's right for someone to say, complain that she betrayed someone, leaving them in the lurch halfway, and that's right. Right of them to tell someone, कोई मुझसे शादी करना चाहता है, someone wants to marry me. No, she's a heartbreaker. It's their right. Oh, I may not like it, my ego may not like it, my covert narcissistic thing would not like it. My ego will be hurt. So when you're bringing the crimes out of people, the criminal, you haven't yet caught. हम कहाँ जाके प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को अभी कैच करेंगे, बताएं. Yes, many people we will keep away from Islam. Criminal activities, crime है ये. Islam कोई religion है? Is it a religion? It is a cult. Whoever desires his presence, oh God, where's that ayat? The Prophet is ardently desirous of your welfare. Yeah, your Prophet has taken God as his own, as his desire. Aisha said, Allah runs to fulfill every wish of yours. आपको बहुत बुरा लगेगा शायद, बहुत बुरा लगेगा. आपने हुसैन को देखा है, हुसैन का सुना है सेक्रीफाइस करते हुए. बर्बाद हुई ज़ैनब, ये भी सुना है आपने. शियाना, Shias have heard this. You think no one has sacrificed anything? Only Hussein has sacrificed. So I can't find that verse. Anyways, yes, there is a verse which says he's ardently desirous of your welfare and it grieves him that you should fall into trouble. Achoo आया है. अच्छा, zukam, sneezing. Achoo. 302. Hi, hello, Achoo. Are you Muslim, ex-Muslim? It would be helpful if you would tell me for this. At least tell me, not asking you any personal questions, just if you are a Muslim or an ex-Muslim. I would appreciate it if you would let me know. I'm non-religious. Achha. Very good, very good. So, what has brought you here? Born in Muslim, Born in Muslim family? Oh, so you left religion? That means you were never religious? Or there was a time when you were a Muslim? That So, was there ever a time you were a Muslim, born in a Muslim family? Achu 302? Maybe in young age. I see. And what made you a Muslim at that time? If I may ask, and I've asked, so would you like to answer that question? It would be helpful if you would tell us why you left Islam. Because everybody around me was Muslim. So the conditioning, I see. And then what made you leave Islam? Oh, my stomach is crawling in. Oh. Waiting for Achu's answer. What made you leave Islam? Might help me here. So thank God you were not in love. You didn't love the Prophet or things like that. This religion. I would really like a feedback, Achu. The answer to my question. What made you leave? Is it easy to... I'm against all kind of institutions. Right, and what made you realize that these institutions, organized religions are bad, are wrong, are false? Achu? 302 _ So, here we are, and I understood that maybe your heart has been much into this. I also at one time loved and revered my religion. EMMM, what's that? Sorry, I didn't get you. Achu 302 _. Can you please, what's EMMM? Thinking. Oh, okay. So, sorry, I don't have a StreamYard the thing to send you so that we can talk about this. Really, I need to talk to you instead of using this comment box, live chat, in the live chat. So what else is there here? So Achu is thinking, and hope he will be ready to tell me, answer the question I asked him. What made him realize that this is all wrong? So your heart may be breaking, Muslims. My heart was broken long time ago when I realized this was a false religion. So you see what Prophet Muhammad has done to you. I was rebellious, I guess. Oh, rebellious or a rebel? A rebel without a cause, a clue. But there must have been something which made you rebel against these institutions and all. Can you remember what it was, or have you forgotten? Sometimes it's very, very difficult, distressing. We forget the reason and we like to show ourselves as bad. I was just rebellious, that's why I did this. Maybe it was too painful for you to see even. So what you've done, and now I'm analyzing you, but no, really I've had this. I read namaz before exams in my young age. I see. Only, what's this? Only? Only when your exams were at hand you would start reading the namaz so that you would pass. No, there has to be, okay, yes, before exams. Now, maybe your parents wanted you to pass in the exams. You cannot be entirely blamed for that. You see, you're showing that you are, when you needed something from God, you started praying namaz and all this. Maybe, heart of heart, you're a good person, Achu, 302 underscore. And maybe you're trying to show you are bad here. But there must have been something in this religion, in your family, or something that you won't say, you won't accept. A contradiction when all your, let's say, family members, your parents were praying. You must have seen something, contradiction, in some hypocrisy. Oh, yes. And you don't want to put that person down. I'm actually a very curious person. Right. Yeah. So, are you only curious? And why are you curious? Very curious. Maybe questioning everything? I was always Asking questions, yes. Right. Because I think the answers were not given to you in real life living, Muslims living their religion properly. Could that be the reason? Maybe you haven't found that sincerity, true sincerity in a Muslim, living and believing. Believing what they, living what they believe in. I'm sure something in your environment or your upbringing brought you up to this. Otherwise, I wouldn't call you a rebellious person. You cannot define yourself like that and put yourself down. And so maybe you learn to use your religion before the exams to pass because you were desperate. And because something has to be there, the environment, someone telling you to pray now. Somewhere you picked up something. I cannot blame you entirely on that. It must be your environment, your upbringing, your society. बस कर क्या है ये भाई Zalmi returns? Sorry, this kind of a thing I have to time you out. ये क्या है? हम क्यों बस करें? Why should we stop? Huh? Excuse me. Sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. Okay, I've reached my... बस कर क्या है ये भाई? ये ज़ल्मी साहब कोई मौलाना साहब लगते हैं. मुझे तो ये इंसानियत के दुश्मन लगते हैं. सिर्फ प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को और इस्लाम को प्रमोट करना चाहते हैं. बहुत जाहिल लगते हैं, बहुत जाहिल. मैं यूनिवर्सल ब्यूटी का शागिर्द हूँ. अच्छा, वो एंड्रू टेट, इंसानियत का दुश्मन. लाफ्टर. ये एक ज़ल्मी रिटर्न्स. आप यू आर नॉट अलाउड हियर and you stop telling people what to do and what not to do. You understand? तुम्हारे बाप का ये नहीं है इधर, ना तुम्हारी माँ का चैनल है. No, he's not for religion. He talks nonsense. God knows what he is for. Religious comments? ये पता नहीं क्या क्या कहता है बेखैरत. ये ना रिलीजियस है ना कुछ है. साफ बोलता नहीं है, बात नहीं करता है. पता नहीं क्या क्या छोड़ता है इधर. अपनी गन लेके आता है. अच्छू, I mean, I've allowed him to come here so many times. Distraction है ये, ट्रॉल है ये एक बेवकूफ़ बदतमीज़ इंसान है. इसको और कुछ नहीं आता है. इसके बाप का राज इधर चलता है कि मुझे बोले ये करो वो करो। हाँ, ये इस्लाम के नाम पे एक ये कौन सा रिलीजियस है, ये इस्लाम के नाम पे वो क्या उर्दू में बोलते हैं, इंसल्ट है, इंसल्ट। बेखैरत। इसको जो रीज़न दो, आई हैव टॉक टू हिम बिफोर ऑल्सो अच्छू, इसको जो रीज़न दो, ये बेखैरत उस पर इसकी कुत्ते की दुम टेढ़ी की टेढ़ी रहती है ना, वो ये कुत्ते की तरह है, उसकी दुम की तरह है। कुत्ते की तरह भी नहीं है, कुत्ते की दुम की तरह है, जिसकी टेढ़ी की टेढ़ी रह जाती है टेल। अब इसको क्या जवाब दें, ये जवाब के लायक नहीं है। इसकी माँ ने इसको पैदा किया था कार्टून बनने के लिए। समझे? कुछ बोले तो सही, कुरान की आयतें दिखाए हमें, ऐसे ही आता है वक्त बर्बाद करने के लिए। ये पाकिस्तानी, इसकी माँ ने जब इसे पैदा किया था, ये किसी की माँ बहन को नहीं छोड़ेगा, छोड़ता है। बेगैरत फ्री होके आ जाता है, जैसे इसके बाप ने ये दिया है मुझे। उन्होंने मुझे छोड़ दिया है, अरबों ने, जिन्होंने पे किया है, फाइनेंशियल हेल्प दिया है। इसके बाप ने मुझे टक्की नहीं दी है, मेरे उस पे टेबल पे फूड नहीं रखा है कि ये आ जाता है। शेख मुझसे डरते हैं, बेचारे दे रहे हैं किसको दो वो नहीं आते हैं इधर समझे? दे डोंट कम हियर, दे आर अफ्रेड ऑफ कि इसको हम क्या बोले यू नो, जो मेरे जो फाइनेंशियली हेल्प कर रहे हैं वो नहीं आते हैं बोलने के लिए। ये कौन सा टट्टू आ जाता है राइट? लट्टू, पता नहीं क्या है, what you call, this is a stupid man, he has nothing better to do. मुझे कहता है कि शेख कंजूस हैं और पता नहीं क्या। बाबा, तुम शेख से कभी जाओ, शेख मोहम्मद, हिज हाइनेस शेख मोहम्मद सलमी रिटर्न्स, उनको कहो कि मुझे ना प्लीज़ पाकिस्तान में ये नहीं है हमारा, कुछ मुझे दो। अख्तू तेरी खैर नहीं ले रे, ये क्या नॉनसेंस। ये देखो, स्पिटिंग एंड ऑल दिस, ये बेगैरत बदतमीज़ इंसान है, ये इंसान कहने के लायक नहीं है। ये पाकिस्तान में पैदा हुआ है और पाकिस्तानी हैबिट्स और मैनरिज्म, ये देखिए। जा अपनी माँ पे स्पिट करो, फेस पे, गो स्पिट ऑन योर मदर्स फेस। ये भाई गुस्से में है तो क्या कर लेगा, इसके बाप का राज है इधर, इसका गुस्सा हम क्यों उठाएं? डरते हो क्या अच्छू? ऐसे से डरते नहीं हैं, जो डरेगा वो मरेगा। पूछ ले मसला क्या है। इसको कोई इसकी माँ ने इसको गलती से पैदा कर लिया कार्टून की तरह। इसका मसला कोई है ही नहीं, ऐसे लोगों का मसला ही नहीं है। ये पैदा ही ऐसे हुए, पता नहीं क्या इसकी माँ ने खा लिया। इसको टाइम आउट फिर वापस से करो। तो ये है कि वी कांट हैव अ डिसेंट कॉन्वर्सेशन विद दीज इनडिसेंट चीप पीपल, वल्गर पीपल कमिंग, trolls coming. So no, you cannot be rebellious. I'm sorry, Achu. It has to be some contradictions in the society, Islamic society, that made you that way. I blame the environment, the society, the upbringing. And the religion. Because this religion can never make you, you know, truly, true person, true human. It's only for the believers, and it's unjust. This Prophet Muhammad himself was a hypocrite. Right? There are signs in the Quran ayats. I can see what a hypocrite he was. So the one who is a hypocrite sees everyone as a hypocrite. This is the problem. So Achu, if this Zalmi returns was even angry at me for religion, I've spoken to him, I've been on his live stream, I know they're just toying with lives. Women, they call women because they want their attention. This is not a true heartbroken Muslim, who wants to know in a decent person, a reasonable person would want to know why, I feel that Prophet Muhammad has broken our hearts, betrayed us and all. He doesn't care, this Zalmi. Right? He's not for religion or anything, he's just oh, I see. Yes. Please, I've known him. For here he comes and all the time trolling and, you know, out of topic. He says weird things about my hair, about my mental illness. He tells me to take pills, things like that, not knowing, having no consideration for my mental health, anything. Calls me psychopath and all that. They're just using religion. It's, this is badnaam kar rahe religion ko bhi, because a Muslim doing this kind of a thing. What does it show? It shows that their religion is vulgar. This is what their religion has taught them. Decency nahi rahi hai, zara bhi, not a bit, in these people. So now, You see, this is not the way international. I've never seen, I've been in London, I've never seen people behave like this with me. Only these Pakistanis who come here, like Zalmi returns. ये पाकिस्तान को भी ख़राब नाम दे रहे हैं. The Arabs are turning away from Islam. Sorry, excuse me, I have a terrible. Just a minute. I don't know what kind of people these are. Sorry, when I get these, since childhood I've been brought up in Pakistan with very vulgar people. Jahilat ki had nahi hai. They say there's no, one thing, there's no limit to oppression, zulm, cruelty. Another thing, there's no limit to ignorance. And this ignorance we have in our ignorance in Islam. I've never seen a Britisher acting this way. Far from it. I've lived alone in London. I could live alone. अरे ये पाकिस्तान में ऐसे हरास करते हैं. Okay, my cough is getting worse. Yes, very true. अच्छू, हमारे देसी लोग लंदन में भी चेंज नहीं होते. Very true. क्या करें? So I've had this cough. I think it's been some 8, 9, 10 days, God knows, 2 weeks, and still it's not going. It's terrible. I've never had this in COVID times. Don't know what this is. But it's really terrible. You should drink lots of fluid like water for the cough. Okay, I really don't like water. But okay, I'll try to drink water. Thank you. What I have had is herbal tea and green tea and all this. And thyme, herbal thyme for my cough, and honey and all that. And ginger. Okay. Achu, what else? Any more questions? Anything? I really don't think it's your fault. I know that something must have made you rebellious. But if you want, maybe you can't find the right balance, and it could push you into wrong things. If you're rebellious, then someone can misuse you. You can go into women if you're a man, or someone can seduce you very easily. You're very vulnerable to things, right? People also can use you. So it's better I recommend you read Jiddu Krishnamurti, and especially this book, Ending of Time. If you've ever wondered where we've gone wrong, Ending of Time. He's very consistent, very good. This will give you a balance. And if you need any help, I'm here. If you want to discuss this, okay, I will read it. Yes, if you do you like reading books? If you don't like reading books, then if you want to go straight to the main thing that Jiddu Krishnamurti wants us to go to, then you can go to Muji Baba. Muji. If you don't like reading books. If you're in Pakistan, you surely, but don't tell me that you're in Pakistan or anything. Muji is the one you should, because Muji also didn't like reading books and all this. He just found this out through his going to India and through his guru, things like that, without reading books. You want to know what the real thing is. Has that made you search for truth? Okay. And so I think somewhere, if I may, I don't know if I should, that there was a person, he's into yoga now. He's a yoga master actually. He's practicing in Pakistan. He had said that he was rebellious at some time in his life. Professor Morris. Right? I had read it on his website. Here is the website. I don't know if I should go there. I don't want to do any copyright infringement now, just to make sure, but I can't go inside now. So I think he said that he was as a rebellious person, child or something like this, teenager. He came from a Muslim family, but then he went to India or something to learn. And now he's got an institute. A long time ago, in Karachi, Islamabad, Pakistan. I don't think a child should be. If a child is rebellious, we have to see where we've gone wrong. The elders have to see. The society also has to see where they've gone wrong. The environment and all. Or maybe your mind is so brilliant or something that you couldn't get this, because it's really pathetic. The Quran ayats and all. And then it's not for you. Only mediocres. Islam is for dumb people. Maybe you are a brilliant person. Maybe you haven't had that creativity come out of you. They haven't allowed you, your society hasn't allowed you to bring out that creativity in you that is apart from Islam, right? maybe from childhood, like Mozart, a musician or a classical. You've been, like, what do you call that? Like maybe your mind tells you, maybe your mind is, or maybe your intuitions, your instincts. Maybe you have emotional intelligence. Maybe you're blessed. You're gifted. Like, the alchemist, Paulo Coelho. Maybe you want to discover new things and you couldn't because your society was limiting you. Your parents were limiting you. Maybe they wanted you to become a lawyer or a professor or something like that. And you wanted to be free from all that, like a free spirit. And your free spirit could not be tied to something, like religion or something. Someone also told me that I'm a free spirit. And I was like, really? She said, yes, yes. She was from she was ex-St. Joseph's convent student, my friend's friend, older than me. And so she told me that you're a free spirit. Someone told me that my mentality in Pakistan, Islamist, doesn't go with the Muslim, with the Pakistani mentality. You see, so it could be that. Maybe in that terrible environment, where you can't be yourself. You have to be someone else, a good Muslim. Could that be so? Maybe you felt betrayed. So, people defining you or telling you what to do and what not to do. Molding a child. Our educational system also in Pakistan is very rigid, discipline, punish the child, even in madrasas. Maybe if you had a lenient mother allowing you to just be yourself and just, love you for who you are, then it would not have made you rebellious. Could have given you that balance in life. Protection from the environment that molds you and disciplining you and punishing you to discipline you. Your creativity is subdued, suppressed. You see? Maybe something very genius. A genius wants to come out. Creative, something from the creative realm. And you've not been able to, you've been suppressed. And then what you do is when you're suppressed, you can't do these things, then, oh, I have to seek namaz because, you didn't want to study. Then right at the end, you have to study for your exams. And then, you have to pray. So, and then you felt more guilty. You see, it's like you've confessed here your rebelliousness, and I would pray namaz before my exams. I never used to pray before because you've never had that chance of being yourself. always something you're not. That could make you, and then more on this religion. Oh yeah, oh my God, why did I use this namaz? Yeah, when exams come, I start praying more. And then feel more guilty about it. You see, if you were in America or somewhere, you wouldn't have had this kind of a thing. It's very, very sad. In our Eastern and, these Islamic countries, they suffocate. They suffocate the person, the creativity, everything. They mold. If you were in India, perhaps, you could have searched out, gone to the Himalayas. They at least give you that thing to search, openness. Options are open. They don't mold you into some disciplined, into the religion they are in. So I cannot blame you. And you shouldn't be feeling guilty that, when your exam came, I'm telling you, see it, right? Now you feel more guilty. So you confess here that I used to do this and that. Open your mind. No one told you. What did you really like doing? Maybe you didn't like the exams. What was your insight? What is that calling you had in your childhood? What did you really like doing? Has anyone ever asked you, what do you like doing? Tell me, what do you like doing, Achu? Can you remember from your childhood? I like music. See, this is the thing. Oh, and your parents would not like that. Your family would not like it. Artistic things. Oh, and like I told my principal once that I think I should give the picture of this college for the Minerva yearbook. It will be very, I'll try to make it very abstract. And she was like, no, we have already, they've chosen the thing. You see, like I would like to write abstract poems, which no one would like. You just put, or just paint, just throw some color on the plain blank paper. Abstract, or write abstract poems. People in Karachi, Pakistan, are like, they're not very creative. Yes, you see artistic things and your talents were squashed. Right? Your parents would never like you to be artistic. Maybe because you are male. More so when you are a male. You need to be a breadwinner. You need to be, going to, let's say, bank or a businessman, and then you will get a wife. Maybe your girlfriend also would not, if you had one, or your fiance, someone. You see, this is the problem in our society. Squashing. artistic, yeah, if you were in America or somewhere, Britain, oh, this is the problem. That you're wrong. Yes, now I see. That's why you have to read namaz before your exams. And maybe you even found it hard fasting. Mama, I'll only fast for 10 days, please. Like that. Did you ever tell your mother? Because my principal's son, he was very artistic, into music. And then, this is the problem. The family wouldn't like that. They tried to quash his artistic talents. And then the mother telling me that my son, the youngest one who was into this music, can't, he's telling me, Mama, only 10 days I will fast, okay? Like the mother is, on him, fast, child fast, right? He said, Mama, okay, 10 days, only 10 days. Like that. Problem. Yeah. Very sad, very tragic, I must say. So your family, yeah, and there was someone, for the principal, her reputation. I also had to quash my certain feelings, and because they would not be acceptable in that college. But then what happened to me? I started to listen to, my father got me a Walkman. At that time, Walkmans came out. They were invented. And then, the thing was coming out, because on one side I felt crushed. Other side, it was coming out, and I was feeling so guilty, like listening to Walkman all the time, and then I started to sing. This is a very tragic thing we do. Sorry, I'm slow, and I take a few, like I'm so shocked. I'm not prepared for this, so please bear with me. This is the problem. I hate it. So, you're artistic, because you may be a male, your artistic, this thing, have been quashed to a great extent. But let's say if your mother didn't like it, then wouldn't you feel guilty? That I haven't given my best to my family. So these people, they win. Even like they won, it's like, even I changed. I had to change for my principal, like to keep her reputation and all that. I started to feel guilty what I'd done in my life when I loved Miss Desa. Oh my God! And when I go to Kerry, St. Joseph's School's teacher, her sister's bag, I felt so low esteem. I felt like I wasn't worth it. That why am I going there? I'm a criminal. I did great harm to my teacher for going there trespassing. And at that time, I thought love had all the rights and all that. But I felt like a criminal. And now, I had to straighten myself up, be a little too goody shoes. What do they call it? My crime was that I was ashik, ashik, ashik hi mein, and these people, these teachers and principal, they had their foot grounding on, like, in St. Joseph's School, teacher. I have got to be, no, disciplined I was never rude with any teacher ever. But, I had this one teacher I loved, and all my crimes there I've committed, trespassing and this. She's my mother and she should see me. And it backfired at times. So I really felt like a criminal, a convict. You see, some people, they have it all. Like my father, great businessman. He wants a wife, he gets a wife. Another one, another one. Another one, another one. हम लोग एक मर गए हैं, एक नहीं मिल रहा है, और एक जब मिलता है तो जुदा हो जाते हैं, राइट? और फिर बहुत मुश्किल है दिल आना किसी पे. Maybe I missed my boat. But they never miss a boat. Like Maya ऐसा है कहते हैं, like I feel that, this world and its delusions, दुआई कुमेर. So you can be a moderate Shia and have all the things in the world. You have a good business, things like that. Hindu, you be fan. Hi, I think you should consider spiritualism. I considered it long time ago. I used to call myself into spiritualism just a few days ago, before you came. That day when you came, Hindu, you be fan. The reason why I don't call myself now spiritualist is because things have changed. I don't even believe in Hinduism or any spiritualism. Why do we divide? So I'm coming through Jiddu Krishnamurti. Back to Jiddu Krishnamurti. Yes, I did call myself a spiritualist and all this, and I find that Hindus have their culture, you see. I tried a Hindu culture, and then I felt that if I, sorry, I didn't understand the guru thing, master thing. To trust someone is very, you have to build that trust. The master has to give his trust to us. Not that we should give our trust to the master. And what if we find a false guru? Then he can use that for us to go down on his feet and cry, And we give our power away. A true master gives you the power. You see, I didn't have willpower. For example, there was a Anand Kiran, Hindu, on Desi Chat. He, a box popped up, and later on, he tried to show me his powers that he can see inside. What do you say about this? Some people have that spiritual powers. Psychic powers, they're called. Actually, they're called psychic powers. it frightened me. It was a violation. And I feel the Hindus, some of them, don't prepare the person properly. This is what I was thinking of. You see, when you're telling someone that you can see inside, and I was wondering, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why is he telling me all these things? Maybe he doesn't want me to meet my principal, and because he told me that his date of birth, no, his birthday, not date of birth, but his birthday was my principal's birthday, right? So I thought maybe the principal has sent someone on on the internet. They found me, and things went very bad. So you see, I find some loopholes. I find some mistakes in Hindus also, Hindu way, that the guru has all the power, but then what if, he's supposed to, these little ones, like in Islam also, the all-powerful Allah. You see, I told my friend one day, she called me dumb, but she's a good person. She's good. So I told her, you are just worshipping when she wanted to come into Islam sincerely, start to do hijab and all this. I said that, we were talking about this religion on the internet. So she told me that all this, and I said, no, you worship a all-powerful God. So I was in that mood of, where this evil, problem of evil and all this, and people suffering. So I said, no, you worship a all-powerful God, Allah. And why is it bad? Because you see, I saw how sometimes my will was arrested. I felt I was powerless. Then people can take advantage of this, even exploit religion like Prophet Muhammad has done, exploiting this all-powerful, almighty God. Do you get me? Right now I cannot explain properly. Even atheists, I criticize them like I did. For example, I told Ghalib Kamal that you are relying on your mind and your five senses. This means, what does it mean? This means that you're not completely free. You see, I have a group, page maybe on Facebook, Free Thinkers and Free Writers. But one day we have to be free of the thinking and also, right? So, can we call ourselves completely free? Not rationalizing, just write. Automatic writing, have you heard of that? Automatic writing. Just pour down your emotions first. Just write whatever comes in your mind and all this. You don't have to rationalize. So it's a free thinking writer, whatever comes in your mind. It doesn't mean that what my free thinking was, that maybe when we start from being free thinkers, we might also be free of thinking one day. And I felt that Ghalib Kamal is stuck on the thinking. And he's saying thought is never free. But what my intention was in making Free Thinkers page on Facebook, now people are coming up later on, like Ghalib Kamal, Harith Sultan, God knows who. Harith Sultan is a hardcore atheist. But what I meant was that, you see, when you have free thinking, you start with that. Just write, think, just say what comes in your mind. And then from there, you try to see if we can be free of thoughts too. So people misunderstand me. And maybe I misunderstood Ghalib Kamal right now. But I said, you are bound by five senses and thinking. If you say that you're a free thinker, you're not. Because you're limited to your mind, your thoughts, your five senses. And why should I consider spiritualism? I've considered it and left it. Have you been with me? Hindu, you be fan. It doesn't seem like we're together. You are thinking something else, I'm thinking something else. We just don't meet. You don't know me. And the thing I have considered, I've lived spiritualism. Maybe I think I've lived spiritualism. I didn't find anything in spiritualism, but I didn't find any healing. I've done so much spiritualism that maybe, now my hair is white, right? Half of it, or a little bit, more than a little bit actually. So, you see, we don't see each other. We don't see what is here. Hindu, you be fan. You're just giving out, suggestions, advices to people without knowing where they're coming from. It's like that friend saying, don't be a monk and don't be like this. And it's like other people telling you what to do in your life. I think you have been a controller in your life. Like you think that you've controlled people. Just let the people be what they want to be. And I don't know where you're coming from. You're coming from yourself, which is quite full or something. The Hindu gurus have failed me, or I failed them. Because it didn't work, the mantras and all. And I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. For 40 nights, 40 days, 9 years ago, I did. Sadhguru was giving online this free. Before that, Dr. Deepak Chopra with Oprah Winfrey, 21 days challenge. Have you ever asked me before considering this and that, telling me? Have you ever asked me? You see, this means the Hindus also, with their spiritualism, they want to control people. Hindus have so much, they keep it for themselves. Recently, they've been giving out. Was I a dushman of the Hindus? Anand Kiran came. He could see inside, I couldn't see him. What he was. He could see my house, my bedroom, what I was doing. This is what the Hindus use. Their powers, their Siddhu powers. No, this kind of spirituality, thank you. I don't want to use on people and tell them that I'm controlling them and use them as a guru, as a cult. These poor people, they go to the Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji, you see. Oh, Gurudev, please bless my family, bless this, bless that. Still there are people there saying this. You have a guru, your family should be blessed. The blessings should continue and grow, and you should have a better world. In Hindustan, Bharat, I didn't feel that my heart opening to, Ronak coming, that freedom, that blessing. I didn't. I felt like I was contracted in this, it's not opening. Although I did use it, it did help the Kalima mantra, the a lot of mantras helped. But then back to it's not helping me to open up. Ronak nahi aa rahi hai. Still suffocating. And I still have that possession and all that. So the Hindus have their thing. I don't want to get into that and get into trouble with the Hindus. I already was in trouble with Anand Kiran. And they can be, I don't know whether they can be forgiving or not. Or whether they can be very vindictive. Right? Yeah, I'm telling you. I was very scared. What if they do jadoo wadu no more? Because I'm left with nothing. I'm very, in what condition I am. They have all the powers and all that knowledge of spiritualism. Baba, make the other person needless, relying on themselves, right? It doesn't mean it is the ego. When you have mastered the world, let the other also master the world. Or are they just selling Bharat, Hindustani, gods and goddesses? They want to rule the world. Do Hindus want to rule the world? Okay, the rishis found this. I don't know about the elephant god Ganesha. I still haven't found the truth. Baba, I don't know about Vishnu on the water. Okay, from the Quran ayats, I can say the throne of God is on water. I still don't get it, the churning of the ocean, gods, and why Shiva had to drink that poison. You see, Vishnu didn't know what in the world was going to happen. He gave the advice, churn the ocean. Then what happened? Poison came out. Vishnu didn't know poison was going to come out. Shiva had to have poison. Sorry I have to speak like this. I'm not a dushman, enemy of the Hindus. So what will happen now to the people, for God's sakes? You see, this thing gets in your head. We are small beings. Now one Paramahamsa Vishwananda is called as germs. Another one, Yogi Raj, one time said that you are scumbags. What are you? Scums. You are nothing. Okay, we are nothing. Of course, we are nothing. We are scums. Problem. You see? Dua, yes. But we are the creation. Yes. Even in my religion. So please, Hindus, what are you doing to the world? What are you doing for the world? What are you doing for your own people? This problem of this religion and God. He's the administrator I humbly prayed. There was a time, really, I was like, oh my God. You know what Rasulullah said about this dua? Gifts that you have unheard of, treasures in heaven, you will get unknown, not only in heaven, but unknown spiritual treasures, immeasurable, by just reciting this dua with the heart, believing, right? You just, oh, it's like, oh, I got this dua and I'm going to recite it and I'm going to get the treasures. Everything will be well in my house. My mother, we're going to shine. We're going to help others shine. We're going to show them the light. It's not to keep for oneself, it's to share with others. Then what happens? Anna anta ghaniyo, anna miserable, miser, the helper of the righteous. So I was showing a Shia this dua. He may have thought I'm egocentric person, really. But no, I really mean it. I mean, it wasn't coming from the ego. You see, if a person is going to feel small, he has an ego. I've tried to discipline this ego also. Flush it. In our religion, ego is not supposed to come. Hussein gave everything. You are the healer, but I'm involved in suffering. You are all merciful and I lack mercy. You are forbearing while I'm hasty. So recently in Paramahamsa Vishwananda's thing, the Swami was saying, I said, thank you. I will be living my life. Maybe several times I have to come back. Right? What can I do? Because I sincerely tried to come in my religion and I became schizophrenic. Hearing voices, men's voices coming out of me, their breathing. Yeah, at times I couldn't, many times I couldn't breathe properly because there was a man breathing through me. Do you see what happened to my breathing? In Karachi, so what did Sri Ravi Shankarji say? That maybe you people have come because you've had a crisis in your life. That's why you've come here. And in a crisis, what happens? You feel totally helpless, right? Is that a good way to fight the ego? To oppress the person. Keep oppressed. I felt oppressed. So, what happened? Ego went? No, ego didn't go. Ego came up even more. I get angry very much. I start to abuse like anything before I never thought of. Can't explain properly. You see, the ego cannot be gotten rid of. If you read Jiddu Krishnamurti, see, that's why all this, dua yastashin. Now man is created weak. Problem with the man's ego, man is created weak, Quran said. Now what if the guru takes over? Like, oh, what's going on here? Right? I have no control. The guru is playing with my life. Man is made weak. Where's that ayat? Can't find, I don't know what's happened to Google search here or Bing, or where's the website? Where's the Quran ayat? Man is created weak. Oh, sorry, I didn't put weak here. It's my fault. See? Sometimes this also happens. Surah Nisa ayat 28. So I had to wonder if we just, because, you know, the powerlessness makes you feel that you have no control. Now, if you don't have any control, and there are Hindus, spiritual masters, if we see now, we've seen, oh my God, if they are not helpful and they are just fake gurus, They can take over. You've given, you don't even, you're powerless. You just wanted healing, spiritual healing, Ruhani problem, right? Nafsiyati and Ruhani problem we've had. Nafsiyati Mareez is from the soul, nafs. I just wanted healing, and it's taken. What is this? I cannot explain now. Maybe I'm tired. How much time has gone? Maybe I need a break. Do you think spiritualism is going to solve the problem? Do you think we giving our power away to Guru is going to solve our problem? I don't think so. How do you think so? How many gurus in India are true? What if you find a wrong guru, a fake guru? I like Alan Watts, spiritual master. Okay? You see, now you like Alan Watts. I like Jiddu Krishnamurti. I've heard Alan Watts. I don't get him. Is he still alive? Who will help us if a Indian attacks us? You know, there were gurus who were being. There was a guru who was being attacked, and he was saying, "No, he's passed away." You see, he was a philosophical entertainer. He wasn't spiritual. He was philosophical. Where did he get his, where's his origin training? You need to read more. Okay, now I don't want to read more about him. I've listened to him. What Wikipedia is saying is he's a philosophical entertainer. But okay, where did he get his tradition? Japanese, Chinese, Buddhist, Taoist, Hindu, Chiselhurst, okay, born in Chiselhurst. Zen. Should I go to the origin or to these who have learned from Tao Buddhists? He was more like motivational speaker and spiritual. Okay. You see, now better that I go to the original one than follow someone who's learned from Tao and Buddhism and Zen. Right? You're telling me to be a follower. I don't want to be a follower. And not even from the original source. Now we have everything in our hands. Why shouldn't I go to the Buddhists? Why shouldn't I go to Taoism? Why shouldn't I go to Zen? Which I have been. I just cannot travel there, but everything is there here. On social media, online. Now you see, you're wasting my time here. I know where you're coming from. What kind of people are you? Are you playing with lives? This is what gives you the thrill in life, to play with lives. Send them from pillar to post. Do you not know how many spiritual masters I've availed? Did this solve the world problem? Isn't there suffering still? In Scandinavia, they say, recently, I have to quote, who was saying? Ghalib Kamal. There are atheists. Their problem is solved. Scandinavian countries are atheists. They have a lot of atheists. Is India's problem solved? You must listen to one of the lectures. I have listened to a lecture of Alan Watts. I have listened already. Do you think Alan Watts is not on YouTube? It didn't change my mind. Isn't he the one who says that we've been lied to, even to the Christians? Right? Let me just check. Who said we have been lied to? We have been lied to, we have been fooled. The lie we live. They made it all up. Yes, here it is, Ellen Watts, sorry. Opens up about religion, thought-provoking video. You can check on YouTube, Ellen Watts. They made it all up. And he talks about Christianity and all in this. How we have been fooled. Ellen Watts on the ego. Yeah, a very good one. I think this one I should listen to. Where are you? Hindu UB. Fan. I haven't seen that video. I will check it later. Yeah, check that video. We made it all up. The religions, man-made religions and all. Christianity and all. So Scandinavian countries, a religion in Sweden. What is this? Non-believers, which is not to say atheists, the New York Times. Anyone who has paid attention knows that Denmark and Sweden are among the least religious nations in the world. So you can read this. Right? Yeah, thank you for that. Sometimes Hindu UP fan, I'm really sorry, it makes me very angry. We're going from here to there, post to pillar. You see, please do me a favor, read Jiddu Krishnamurti. If you do, what is spirituality? Tell me. You've read, you know Alan Watts, right? What is spirituality? Please tell me, what's spirituality? Huh? Spirituality, I think, means we are part of whole cosmos or divine. We are a part of the whole cosmos or divine, or are we the whole cosmos or divine? This is what your definition of spirituality is? If we are part of it, then materialistically also we are part of it, right? Yes, what you just said. Oh my God. Meaning the whole material realm is also spiritual. Right? Meaning there's no difference. Meaning the whole material realm is spiritual. Meaning Maya is also spiritual. Meaning we should not divide, right? Right? Should we divide? What is spirituality? Please tell me. Please tell me what is spirituality? Not what it does or what we are part of, but what actually is spirituality? Please tell me that. Hindu UB fan. Allah, 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 Allah. You see, this is where even I am stuck. You see, I cannot give you. Spirituality gives me a sense that there is more to life. Oh, that's what it does, right? What is it in itself? Spirituality, please tell me. What is spirituality? Allah, Allah, Allah. Hindu UB fan. Sorry, but this is. It tells me that I have not even understood what Jiddu Krishnamurti was saying. That not a single fact, what is, we've missed. We have missed it. I need to contemplate more or look at it. Spirituality, I think, you see, again, you've brought the thought in. Oh my God, you a Hindu UB fan, what are you doing to yourself? Makes me sad. And what have I, मुझे तो रोना आता है. I feel like crying. Not the victim, but maybe feeling very sad for humanity. Human beings. You know what is spirituality? Please give me a definition of spirituality. Or shall we look at it? Make it easy, right? See, I have to find the definition. Okay. Yes, please. Spirituality. Oh. Yes, I've Googled it up. The quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. The quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Have you been tired of material or physical things? Or do you really know what the human spirit is? I'm a little bit materialistic, not a lot. Oh, okay, good. So am I. Welcome. But yeah, so am I. I do. I'm concerned about my material existence. Oh God. So where are we going to start from? For the time being, can we leave the spirit and soul behind? Or do you think we can reach the spirit or soul? Yeah? Okay. Now, let's look in the mind, brain, if mind, right? What is this mind? This is what I had to do, and I'm sharing with you because I really got lost trying to search for the spirit and the soul, not being able to find it, not having evidence to give to other people. Um, that's why the Zen masters and all, they say breath. Breath is the connection, and yeah, things go on like that. Or who says? Buddhists say breath is the connection. But let's leave all that behind. Shall we start from nothing? Although there's something here. Or shall we start from the brain, the mind? Or shall we start from what this Descartes said? You see, I'm also lost in this. I think, you see, Descartes says he thinks, therefore he is. I am. He gives meaning to the thought. Even in the Bible it says, your life is what you make, what you think you are. I think, therefore I am. There's nothing spiritual on that in this, right? Then the Bible says, what you think you are. And thought, from thought, from thought comes the material, whatever we make, humans have made. What you think you are, Bible verse, right? Who are you, you are what you think, proverb. Fear as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23, verse 7. Do you see this? Now the thinking does it come from the heart? Does it come from the brain? Is the mind in the brain? Or is the brain in the mind? You see how I got lost in this. Even Quran ayats say that your heart, you think. So what shall we do? So what I had to do is take Descartes, take a dream, think about it, contemplate on that. The principle becomes aware of me, right? So she turns her head and she looks at me. She becomes aware of me because my presence is there. I make her aware of me. So I use the awareness. I had to jot down my dreams. So I said, the principal becomes aware of me. So I took the word awareness and I did some looking that is there something here which doesn't need the mind, doesn't need thoughts. From mind comes thoughts, memory and all this. Everything, Jiddu Krishnamurti also, I read. So if I just leave my mind aside, what is this which is here? Is there something which doesn't think, which doesn't come from the mind? And so I came to see that there was pure awareness. That even I remembered Dr. Deepak Chopra writing something about this. Dr. Deepak, in his seven spiritual, Dr. Deepak Chopra, seven spiritual laws of success. What does he write about pure awareness? Sorry, I don't have that book with me here that I'd bought in London. He says he says something about pure potentiality. And maybe he said something about pure awareness somewhere in another book I bought, or even in this book, but it's not coming here, right? So what is this pure awareness? Do you see? Do you see it, Hindu UB fan? Just close your eyes. Don't pay attention. Let the thoughts come and go and all this. There's a being here. It's present. There's no distance between you and this being which is present, right? If you close your eyes, you will not see that anything, although the mind will throw images from what it has learned, from this light, the play of light. So you close your eyes, just ignore for the time being anything that's coming from the mind. What is this which exists without the mind thinking? Is it the mind's eye or is it beyond the mind's eye? Could it be pure awareness? Because this pure awareness is there. And it does not rely on thoughts to be there, although the mind also is there and it produces thoughts. But why I call it pure awareness is because this awareness is untouched by the world. It just exists and doesn't have an image. When all images come in this. So the thing I was a little bit not very sure of is this the mind's eye, the pure awareness, or is it above the mind's eye? Which even the scientists, could have made a mistake by saying it's the mind's eye. Because when we die, the body doesn't have awareness at all. So the brain dies, the mind dies. So we think the awareness also dies with it. So then what I had to do is, recently I came across this existence. Does God exist? I just childishly, does God exist before existence, in existence, or is God existence itself? So then you can see the mind stops. And existence, it just comes back to you. It's you. Your mind stops and you just are in this stillness, right? Your mind can't think anymore. Beyond existence, your mind can't think. So everything, the ground of everything is existence. So if you've, recently I found Rupert Spera's thing, I haven't looked at his video, but it says here, what does it say about existence? Rupert Spera. Just a minute, please. Rupert Spera on existence. He says God is pure existence. Objects don't have existence. Existence has objects. 8 years ago. So please, if you are interested in all this spirituality, you can even contact, if you are in, you can, in UK, Europe, wherever, you can even go if you have the means, because I don't. You can go join Rupert Spera. Go to his retreat, or what do they call it? So now instead of saying that pure awareness, like that doubt coming, that is it the mind being aware? We don't know. Like I still had my doubts. So existence itself is the ground of everything in existence. Beyond that that's it. It just shut me down, shut my mind down, not my vital signs and all that's going on, breathing and all. This is it. Hindu UB fan. Existence. So you can watch Rupert Spera. I have to, right? Thank God. Great. Hindu UB fan. Do you see this? Existence is the ground of everything. And in it, materials, this, that, everything. So wouldn't you say it is a play of light, reflection? And then did God create all this, or did it manifest? through God's eyes. No, through God's light. You see, you close your eyes, it's all darkness. The only thing that's there, apart from the mind and the images coming from the mind and all this, is pure awareness, right? Something that is aware. And if it weren't still, it would not be watching everything. It's the witness of everything. It's the immovable witness. But it's all dark if you don't use the mind. It doesn't have any image, but it's pure awareness. So with this, and also with existence, there's also no picture of existence. It just exists. Right? So, and how this pure awareness, would you say it's like it has a awareness? But okay, now open your eyes and you can see this is all a play of light. Because, you know, if there was no reflection, if light didn't reflect, what would we have? If light didn't reflect, then objects that didn't generate light would be black. The only thing that you could see would be objects that generate light. The sun, light bulbs, certain animals, that's it. So what would it be if another one? Let me see. It would all be black, right? Oh, it would. That's where the scientists came from. That it was a black hole. Where did the scientists come from? About what's the theory of the black holes? What's the creation? What is this? Black hole is a place in space where gravity pulls so much that even light cannot get out. The gravity is so strong because matter has been squeezed into a tiny space. Like, did everything come out of black holes? Did creation or whatever come from Big Bang or black holes? Although it's not a creation theory, it's not. Did a black hole give birth to our universe? It's plausible that there's a connection between the birth of our universe and the creation of an extremely massive black hole from a universe. From a universe. Our universe was born in a black hole. Theory says, space.com. Was the universe born in a black hole? So you see, it is all a play of light. So you close your eyes again and see there's only pure awareness without paying attention to the mind, thoughts, and all that. Okay, but existence, you don't have to close your eyes for existence. pure existence. This was pure existence, right? No objects to be seen. Mind is going on, it will give you images and all that. It comes from memory, thinking, and all. What we've seen when we open our eyes. Now you open your eyes, and what is all this that you see? Is it a play of light in existence, not creation? So we go to, what does Peter Russell say? Not this one, but this one. Homepage about light, consciousness, science, spiritual wisdom, global brain, nature of, oh, you can check the nature of reality. So this one, what does Peter Russell say about the nature of reality? You can watch this video, The Reality of Consciousness, Peter Russell, YouTube, The Global Brain, things like that. Nature of Reality, Grand Illusion. Is this the same? That's the ultimate nature of reality, the reality we experience, that is, not the reality of the noumena. What is noumena? Of whose nature we have no knowledge. This is Peter Russell's, website, Mathematics and Reality. No copyrights infringement intended, right? Peter Russell says that light doesn't move, has no movement, or it's moving so fast it's zero. We don't know. It's moving really fast, that it has no movement. The question is sometimes raised as to how it is that mathematics. You can read this. I wish I could. Eckhart Tolle on ego, quote of the moment. You see all this. Okay? No copyrights infringement intended. Hindu UB fan. I need to take a break now for some time. Oh, my tea's also become cold. I have to put it in the microwave. And I'll come back. So Muslims see that your hearts, you see, you love someone, you were made to love him, Prophet Muhammad. And then it's very difficult to tell your heart that he's not the one you should have loved, because he hasn't been sincere with you in love, in loving you. Only believers, yes, you would say, but as a prophet also, as a true prophet, he's a false prophet, he's not a true prophet. How to so how to show you that you're in a delusion about him. I need to also show myself this, right? About someone who I thought had a big heart, loved people, loved us all, and yet later on afterwards, her occupation mattered, not me. That was temporary in college. Even though she gave big statements, excuse me, and even though, time being, she loved us as a mother. But her priorities were my occupation first. I didn't tell her to, I wasn't in her occupation. But when I told her I perhaps had darkness in my life, negativity, she said, where are you? In a way. It's not like your darkness is going to come in my life. Because I have an occupation. Right? So don't worry about me. That, you are in darkness. And mommy, I have to leave you. Because my darkness, I'm afraid, might come in your life. Or my sorrow in your life. Hello, where are you people? Zahra, where are you? She's so shy to tell you to leave, right? So what will she do? Okay. Okay, Zahra. Okay, mommy. Don't worry. She's not going to reach out to you when there's darkness in your life. You have your problem. I have my problem. My sisters and I, we have our own problem, okay? Yes. Johnny Jigger and, oh, John Fidai. My life for you and my this for you, and I will let you drive my car. But she doesn't allow her son Zen to drive that car, to even touch. She feels very agitated, aggravated when someone touches a new car. तो ये जान फिदाई विदाई नहीं है जो आप समझ रहे हैं कि प्रॉफिट जान फिदाई है आप पे. Now he's married to Zainab bin Josh, and he's using Allah to tell you, because he's too shy to tell you, or shy to tell you to leave. अगर आप ये बात समझ गए ना आज, give this past a kick now. Kick it. Sorry. मुझे भी किक्स लगी हैं हार्ट पे. I had kicks on my heart. हम आ रहे. Oh, Johnny, my John. I mean, who is her John? Her John is her youngest son. Right? Who is his John? Zainab bin Josh he's gotten married to. He wants to ding her. And you guests are staying. तुम लोगों को अदब सिखा रहा है? तुम लोगों को क्या सिखा रहा है? Stupid. stupid can we be? Fools in love. Ah, April Fool banaya, to tumko gussa aaya. Hindu song, movie, Indian movie song. Sorry, Hindi movie song. तुम लोग पागल हो? कब अपने दिमाग में आओगे? या तुम लोग कब सीधे होगे? कब देखोगे? He cares for you people. He's ardently desirous for your welfare. He wants to ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Zainab bin Josh. इस रात को ज़ैनब बिन जोश मिली है. मील क्यों हुआ है? दावत क्यों हुई है? Invitation. It's a wedding ceremony. Stupid. Don't be a romantic fool like me. दिल क्या है मम्मी? हम तो जान भी आपके लिए दे सकते हैं. हम तो खुदा से लड़ते हैं आपके लिए. खुदा से लड़ सकते हैं. ऊपर से आया ब्लास्फेमी, ये खुदा और स्पॉइल्ड है और ये है और वो है. अगर मैं स्पॉइल्ड होती बार बार, what could have I done as a spoiled brat in London? ठीक है, मट्टी वो पैसा. How could have I been a spoiled brat? Would I have had the awareness that if her husband or someone in her family, would I have given up one Eid night being with her, writing no flowers for mommy, let her be with her family? If I was spoiled, मैं तो ऐसे चली जाती without worrying that she should spend her time with her family. मैंने तो उनको बोला कि I would have bought a nice night dress for you. Here's the candle I found, 8 hours. Have a candlelight dinner with your husband. अगर मैं spoiled brat होती तो मैं मम्मी को अपने लिए मांगती. नहीं, अगर मुझे कुछ भी थोड़ा सा family, sister doesn't like me around, niece doesn't like me around, मैं अपने आप को निकाल दूंगी. I will walk away from her, but do it in a way that she starts hating me. इसको कहते हैं spoiled brat. Do you call such people spoiled brats? अभी मैं आपको दिखाना चाह रही हूँ कि ये प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद भी आपको नहीं चाहता था. ये अपने नफ्स के लिए कर रहा था सब. अपने for his nafs, for himself, for his family members. Whether the ayats are that curses on this liars, and I will show you he didn't care. I have been showing you. Surah Baqarah ayat 204, 205. वो खुदा को, अल्लाह को अपने दिल में बुला विटनेस करार कर रहा है, डिक्लेयर बता रहा है. What is it? Surah Baqarah ayat 204. Deceiving, and another ayat, deceiving Allah and his. And what do they say? The pagans give their child killing their children. He doesn't care. I don't know. All he cares about the power he got, the women he got. ये बताएं कि अल्लाह ने क्यों stop किया? Which Allah came to stop him? You know, Aisha said that if an surah, what was that? I can't remember word by word, so I can't say it. What do they say about hypocrites? That if a surah or an ayat is revealed, they are so scared that an ayat or a surah might be revealed against them, right? And exposing them clearly exposing them, I think with names or something. Anyways, I'm interpreting the ayat. But what did Aisha say about this Surah Azab? तो पता नहीं कैसा एक कच्चू अल्लाह का वो आ गया कि now he's not allowed to marry women or exchange them for other wives or others' wives, is it? How can you exchange a wife? Wait a minute. Nor to change them for other wives. यानी ये किसकी वाइफ्स के लिए चेंज कर रहा है? हाँ? इसने आपको इतना बेवकूफ़ बना दिया? आप देखने beauty. So it is not lawful for thee when women after this, nor to change them for other wives. Seems like others' wives. Seems like he was exchanging wives. Even though their beauty attract thee. Oh my goodness. Was he exchanging other men's wives? Oh no, your wife. And there is a ayat. Zainab bin Josh was beautiful. But we say, इन्होंने पता है कैसे बेवकूफ़ बनाया, कैसे बेवकूफ़ बनाया. You see, he didn't marry Zainab bin Josh, we're told, even though she was a cousin. So the Shias are bewakuf. Oh no, Zahra, you know, the Sunnis think, or they have it in the hadith, right, or in their tafsir. Anyhow, but we were told that there is Umayyad side tafsir, or story, that he got attracted to Zainab after she married Zayd bin Harith. Right? I have to take a break actually, but no. Let me finish this and I will go. I don't know what his warped mind is, but this ayat gives away that he was even, so his warp, you know, there are some men, they say कि हाँ अपनी वाइफ कभी नहीं अच्छी लगेगी, हमेशा दूसरे की वाइफ अच्छी लगती है इनको. There are some men, some people who used to say this about, अरे हम इनकी वाइफ है ना, we are his wife, I'm his wife. But they will not like me because I'm his wife. They own me, right? But always another woman's wife looks more beautiful, better. They're taking examples of another's wife. This is how warped this man was. And it's telling you in this way, indirectly, that I've put in one place and I'm telling you now, working it out. तो ये सबसे बड़ा deceiver था. He was the biggest deceiver. I worked it out and I'm showing you. No, he didn't love you, neither did he believe in the believers. That ayat which says he believes in his believers. कितने believers रहे आप सोचें. So how can al-Mu'mineen believers fight? How can Muawiyah and Ali fight? How can they kill Uthman bin Affan or Affan? Huh? Your own believers, not polytheists. So those were not, according to Shia, they now thought they worked it out, that those were not believers. Even al-Mu'mineen was not a believer. Oh my goodness. So it's been a great work for me to show you. And ironically, I could not see that the principal didn't love me. She had her selfish needs like occupation and this and that. So as I'm telling you, I know how it hits you in the heart. The rug was pulled so gently from under my feet. So I'm also broken-hearted and I'm also delusional. Or people may come and say that तुम principal का नहीं देख सकती हो. You know, this lady who used to come in Karachi, she told me, she told me, अपने आप को देखो कितनी delusional हो तुम. about your principle. ठीक है, you can say that I'm delusional and I'm showing you. When will you come out of this delusion? Very hard, I know. But do you want to kill the person who says anything against your Prophet Muhammad? He's not the father of any of you. अच्छा एक आके मुझे बोला कि Rasulullah is our father on Facebook, a Muslim, Muhammad Sam. He was after my case. I said, where? The Quran ayat doesn't say. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. इधर इनका नाम है क्या है? Muhammad is not the father. But he's closer to the believers than their own selves. Yes, that ayat is there. Muhammad is not the father. नाम कह के बोला है कि Muhammad is not the father. Right? It's not even in brackets. Either. Muhammadun. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. Who is he the father of, Hussein. Hassan and Hussein. Shall I show you that ayat? Indirectly it means Hassan and Hussein, his grandchildren. Let us bring our sons and our women and ourselves. But Muhammad is not the father of any one of your men. No, he's not your father. You are to leave your father and not give him affection. Under what circumstances? Disbelief. If they choose disbelief from belief, what will he do to you? What he did to Zaid. This is what he will do to you. He will never be with you in the darkness, you disbelievers, you hypocrites. और तुम लोग समझते हो you are believers. There are people who have, how shall I say it, who don't want anything from you. Not even a thank you. Not even a recognition. You don't recognize Radha Rani, forget it. But if you've loved someone, truly, Radha Rani will herself come to you. And Krishna, you don't have to recognize them. Radha Rani doesn't need your worship. You see? Muhammad is not the father of any one of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah and seal of the prophets, and ever is Allah of all things knowing. मैं रुक रुक के बोलती हूँ उससे कि मेरा दिल, I'm not prepared. Also मेरा दिल, मुझे पता है कि शायद आपने बहुत चाहा है, बहुत इज्जत आपको बोला गया, इनको ही देना है, इनको ही देना है, इनको ही देना है। आपकी दुआएं कबूल हुई हैं। मैं सोचती थी, I used to think that what if the world took away everything from me. Will I still love Imam Hussein? What if the woman I loved, but she didn't love me? So are you happy with your decision, mommy? That's good. But linear, let's see, linear, uh, how to live your life moderately, this and that. Well, if you are still, let's look for the truth, this and that, right? Maybe some of you got your loved ones praying to him, praying every Tuesday, dua tawassul, right? Shias. And Sunnis also. Maybe you got to marry someone you love. But I used to say, what if I prayed and prayed and prayed and God didn't, Allah and Rasulullah and Ali Muhammad didn't give me anything. And I lost everything. Would I still love Imam Hussein? Zara, you better, because this is the truth and you're not departing from the truth. Right? So would you still stick to Imam Hussein? Because it is the truth. Not because Imam Hussein is giving you and you're taking Mehndi, if you're Pakistani in Karachi. Shah Qasim, you're taking the Mehndi, Arey, is saal mere dua kabul hui. At Shah Qasim's, I'm going to take the Mehndi for Shah Qasim. Right? Not because of that. Because it is the truth. So I found the saying of Imam Hussein. जिसने अल्लाह को खोया उसने क्या पाया, और जिसने सब कुछ पाया और अल्लाह को खोया उसने क्या पाया? Huh? So anyways, thanks to those financially helping me, I'm much grateful. Those who have given me the chance to do this. You know, my aunt, someone was praying for me and they had a spiritual person with her, or with him. And the spiritual person, what he was doing is taking my card, my wish card. नहीं, अभी इसके लिए दुआ नहीं करो. Don't pray for her. Put it back. You know why? Because there was a time I loved the principal, truly loved her. And I was like, नहीं, my desires stay back in the back seat. जब तक सबके desires, सब मिल नहीं जाए, सबकी मोहब्बतें, जो अगर मुझे मिलेगी, पहले तो मुझे क्या खुशी होगी? What happiness, right? I'm enjoying my loved one, but there's another person begging to God, oh Allah, you've separated me from my loved one. What happiness would I get? Would this be true love? Would this be true union? I'll be happy. I left the principal's house. That was my neighborhood, old neighborhood. I see a beggar girl coming, teenager, kitne saal ki, begging. Do you think I felt good at that time? So you see, and he's marrying Zainab bin Josh, Mubarak. And then he's telling his guests, where am I now? Yeah, back to that again, right? Where are we? What is this? सच्चे दिल वालों को पूछो ना, जो अपना हुसैन को पूछ रहे हो. हुसैन ने हमें बहुत अच्छी sacrifice दी. लेकिन नाना ने क्या किया है? What has the grandfather done, maternal? Oh, you have believed. Do not enter the houses of the Prophet. Give thought here. Give thought. So I will be here with you broken hearts, right? Who don't want to face it. I can understand you're also delusional about him because you have loved him. And God knows from where you will come, blaming me, accusing me of what nots. My English is weak, I'm delusional, I'm this and that. I do confess I'm still delusional. I'm still in shock that the principal, ye kya ho gaya? You know when you've loved someone so much. But then again, one thing is on my side, which is not coming to me, is that patience, forbearance. Okay, no. Listen, Zahra, you never wanted to stand in her way. You never wanted anything from her. Then why do you keep still waiting? Still waiting that she will come. You know, when she and I I didn't keep in touch with her, and so she didn't too. Not that I was testing her. I was saying, may she be the great one. When I would have the strength to say that I can go on without her, then I would say, I wish she was the great one to reach out to me. You know who took me to her? My aunt. She was the great one. And at times I wish that the principal would be the great one to reach out, to call me. Why hasn't Sarah kept in touch with me? One call to my house. Even when I'm in London, she could ask my mother or tell my mother to give me her message. She doesn't have to call me to London because that's quite expensive for her. But she was quite rich and has been. Anyhow, so you see, you may start to accuse me because it's very difficult to, yes. Another point is it's been very difficult to bring out this deceiver. The best deceiver deceived us. They're good ayahs. Those who don't fight you, don't fight them. Telling you that you love them, but they don't love you. They bite their fingertips in rage against you. May they die in their rage. That's not love. Anyways, God is teaching you this kind of love, that they may they die. This is, what did Jesus Christ say? If you love the ones who love you, even the tax collectors do as much. What kind of an Allah is he who is cursing them to die in their rage? That's not love, true love. So you love them, but they don't love you. And since they don't love you and are angry at you, Allah has cursed them. May they die in their rage. How he has betrayed you. थोड़ा दे के और फिर ले लेना, थोड़ा दे के और फिर ले लेना. Tantalizing things. Well, here I don't know if I can bring out any, because the believers, he believes in you believers. Right? That ayat. Oh. Yeah, and the rest were hypocrites. So even some Sahabas were hypocrites. Shias know this very well. And the ayat is there. We tested them to see whether they were believers, true believers or hypocrites in Al Imran. But I have more to now logically, and also I will come back later. I'm kind of now tired, so my logic, it's not going to be good. I won't be able to use it properly. तो अभी हम चलते हैं, फिर बाद में आएंगे. Hope I can stand by what I've said and understand where you're coming from. Although I got angry at Hindu UB fan, तो ये होता है मेरे साथ, मुझे माफ़ कर दें. जिधर maybe I cannot walk with you, hold your hand, and fix your broken heart. Right? And get you out of this delusion. Habibullah. Habibullah hai. No, he's not Habibullah, for goodness sakes. To show you. So I hope God will give me the patience, the perseverance to mend, to show you, bring you out of this romancing with Prophet Muhammad. Like you have really truly loved him, I must say, right? But that's why you can't see. That's why you can't bring your heart to hate him. And you're giving us such a problem, जो अपनी जान पे risk कर दिया है, सब कुछ risk कर दिया है. I have to go alone out at times. Here, I don't know who will stab me, will or will not, you know. Okay, thank you very much. I will come back later. God bless you all. Thank you, Hans UB fan, for understanding and cooperating with me here. Thank you, Achu302 _ so much. Thank you. Don't blame yourself. God bless you all, your family members. Although my prayers for my principal and her family didn't come true, or even Karachi. Still, okay, God bless you all, your family members, your country, your friends, your people, greatly, always. I hope God this time hears my prayers for you all, protect you, and all, give you the best in life.